Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Now today I've been very fortunate and I've got one of these Sigma Metalytics testers. This is the original model. Now before we begin, this was sent to me free of charge from Trusty Metrics. Trusty Metrics, if you have not heard of them, is the UK's supplier of these machines. Not just these machines, but the two higher models as well. On screen now, a little screen grab of their website. You can see the prices of this model and the two other higher models. And of course, remember the name Trusty Metrics, as they are the official UK supplier of these machines. We'll talk a bit more about them as we go on, but today's video is going to be testing out this machine, seeing is it useful, and of course the dreaded seeing are my coins real, which is, hopefully the case. But we'll begin by showing how it works. Very, very simple machine. This is the original. So we simply, as you probably guessed, I'm going to look quite high up because it's a big machine to my screen up here. We press the power button, which of course turns it on. Just give it a moment to do the loading up bit, and then it just says remove sample, but there's no sample, that's good. Push run/cal. This is an important button, so we just press this and it calibrates itself and we're in. Now it's already left where I was last playing around with it. As you can see on silver, 925. So what is a 925 silver coin, or what should be? We've got a silver crown here. These were minted in sterling silver. So all we do to test it out, in the circle here's where you put the coin. You pop the coin on there. Now here is the important part. So the coin's up there. I'll zoom back in here. How do you tell if it's real or not? Well, there's a pair of brackets here, and there should be a box inside the brackets. If the box is in the brackets, then it matches what the machine thinks and knows is sterling silver. So this matches with sterling silver, which is a good sign. So if I grab this, which we know is 999 silver, of course not 925, I put it on, what we're going to see is outside of the box. Now, I believe, because it's outside the box, on this side it means it's too pure, and that side means it's under purity, which we can we test? We can't. I don't know if I've got any. Well, actually, I can use some 50% silver. This is me just experimenting, as you should with such things. So it's still on sterling, putting on a 50% coin. Yes, it's this way. Let's just see. Arrow pointing way over here because it's way not pure enough, almost half the purity of what sterling is and should be. So there's that. And now how do you change the modes? I'll leave it zoomed in to this. So how do you change modes? Let's quickly zoom out. I'm just showing you how to use it as well as how it works and what things I've been doing with it for today's video. So what we do to change the mode is if you press up once, it's going to get back to this menu. Then you can press up to gold, and then you can go down to silver or to platinum. That's the three metals it does. This one doesn't do copper, as other models do, and this one does not do 50% silver. It does do 80% sterling, 90% for US coins, which I'll show, and then 999 and 9999. Let's put it on silver for now. We can show the modes, or show the purities. We've got 999, 9999, 95, 90% for US stuff. There's a few eras of US stuff. 83.3%, which is the Thaler dollars. I do not have any of those, but if I did and I used one on here, that's what setting I would do. 96% Britannia. So these are they are actually 95.8% pure, but this is, if it's in it'll be one side roughly, but you can tell if one of the older Britannias is what it says it is before they were 999. Pre-2013 Britannias use this setting. 80% for Canadian stuff, and we've run out there. So what I will do, just to show you, because we did it earlier, and it was wrong, of course, because you're on the wrong setting. 999. Once you choose your setting, you press run/cal. It'll calibrate again, and now it's 999. So this time, when I put this on, before it was on the sterling mode, this time I put this on and it should be in the brackets. There we go. Lovely stuff in the brackets, confirming this is, I guess, one thing to note as a numismatist. This doesn't really matter if it was a fake coin, because it is 999 silver, which is the point of it. Let's say for this coin here, let's say it was a really, really rare date. You could put it on the machine on sterling and it would say, yeah, sterling, that's good. But it could be, although it's sterling silver, a fake coin just happens to be sterling silver. But this is a machine to test metal, of course, not if it's a genuine Royal Mint coin or if someone's made it out of the same metal, but a false coin, if you will. Let's test some other stuff for fun. So let's go this way. I haven't got any 999 stuff. I'm going to go back to sterling. Place samples. This, some random sterling medallion tokeny thing from some country. Very good description there, but we can see whatever I'm saying, the machine is ringing true, and it is indeed a sterling coin. Do I have any sterling? I bought this. Oh, here we go. Little test. I bought this recently. Sterling silver, because it's pre-1920. So I'm going to take off this one. We're going to zoom back out. I'm going to put this on the testing block. Ooh, it was in there for a second because I dropped it, so it's bouncing around. But luckily, again, real bit of sterling silver. This is a genuine shilling, always good to see. Hello, so interrupting here, this is future Ethan. I'm just interrupting to say that I've got actually given for you a discount code for this machine. So we're going to carry on testing and playing with the machine and showing it off. And I'll talk more at the end about people, those of you that want to purchase one for yourself. But the discount code, just to tell you now that it exists, is in capitals, and it's on screen for you, BNBS. Bits and bobs kind of abbreviation there. So BNBS, all in capitals, as you see here on screen, giving you a 4% discount. Now, 4% doesn't sound terribly much, but of course, this machine, this basic model, costs about 800 or so pounds. So 4% is equal to about an ounce of silver. So you can get the machine and an ounce of silver for just the cost of the machine with this discount code. And in full transparency, we get a little bit of a kickback on that as well. And of course, if you choose to buy the higher caliber machines, 4% only gives you more monetary discount on that. I'll come back to you at the end of the video to talk more about it, but for now, let's carry on testing and experimenting with this machine, seeing if my coins are real or fake. And at the end, we're going to, a little spoiler for the rest of the video, we're going to go to the antique shop and test some big 1 ounce gold coins, so stay tuned to see those as well. Let's get back to it. One thing, of course, we need to show and tell you about is gold. Gold 999, gold 9999. Is that zoomed in still? Sorry, I'll zoom a bit more. And then we've got 91.7%, so that's 22 carats, that's Krugerrands and Britannias. And then we've got 90%, which is a lot of US stuff. Gold Eagle, some presets there for coins. Gold 98.6%. Is that, I don't know quite what coin would use that, but there will be some like that. There's another 22 carat there. A Bart, a Turkish thing. 14 carat, which is 58%. They've run out of settings. I'm going to go back. I don't quite know the difference between the two 22 carats, but I'm going to put it on the first one. Oh, there we go, 22 carat. Calibrate it to that. Now, what I'm going to be testing is this coin in a slab. I'll show you it here. But I don't want to necessarily get my this. I mean, this isn't a nice coin. But what I'm going to do is for this one, it's just one of those do-it-yourself slabs. Rather than getting it out and putting it back in and all mucking about, there is something that can be done. As I'll zoom out, we have included with not just this, but every model comes with these. What are these? These are all wands. So we can see different wand ends there for different sizes. I'm going to use the small one, or the smallest one, because of the nature of this fairly small coin. How do we use these wands? Well, as you see, it says wand here. So I'm going to plug it in the side. Now, once it's in, we want to press calibrate again to calibrate it to the wand. Calibrating, there we go. And then it should say, once we calibrate it again, it's on the wand. Notice that light came on there, which means I think I might have done it just now. I just didn't see it. The wand has flashed, or the light has flashed, which means this is now the tester. Putting it now, this is a bit of a moment of truth, because obviously one silver coin that's fake is a bit like, gold coin that's fake is like. So here we go, onto the coin. Ooh, that's very good. So zooming in for you there on the display, that is a genuine in the zone gold coin of 22 carat. This is a half sovereign, of course, as it is meant to be. Quickly, just a bit of fun. If we go down, silver 999, calibrate, should beep on the wand. I'll get my hand out of the way. I don't know if I have to do it twice, maybe I'm just missing it. There we go, definitely on the wand. And that was 999 silver. So you can smack it on a piece like that. What are we getting? Good stuff. We're in the zone. And then this one, of course, over there. Not pure enough down that end because it's only sterling. And one thing, I'm not quite sure which machines do and don't. So haven't actually got to the back of the manual. Maybe I should have read. This is a 999 gold, as we see. 99999. So 49, let's find 4 nines. Go up to gold, 4 nines, calibrate, and do it again, because I think, there we go, on the wand. That's just peace of mind. But this is obviously in a in a slabby thing. So I think it tests, some of the machines test through. So we're going to test now whether it tests through stuff like this. This was actually bought directly from the Royal Mint in the blister pack, so I'm pretty sure it's real. But so this is a test. Does it go through here? Ooh, need to press calibrate, sorry. I think it timed out. There we go. Place sample. Aha, I don't think it's reading through the thingy. Now that is the wand, so let's just try. I'm just experimenting here. Right, calibrate that one again. 999 gold, place sample. What if we do it there? It's saying it's not pure enough. Now, I don't believe that. I think it's getting the plastic too much. So yeah, I think this one will not do through at least this blister pack. It's quite a chunky Royal Mint blister. So I don't think this will do 999, or it will do 999 gold. It won't do it through the blister pack, which is a bit of a shame. But that's why there's different models available for different things. If you're someone that only buys blister pack bars, maybe you get the other machine. If you're someone that only buys Silver Britannias and you just want to buy tubes at cheap prices from the second-hand market, I mean, some people just, put that on the seat of the car next to them, drive to a pub somewhere, they've had a chat with someone, put all their coins on. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Hand over the cash and buy silver that way without the VAT, buying it second-hand. So it depends on your circumstance. And here we are now testing out a Gold Britannia post 2013. We can see 2024, brand new shiny Gold Britannia, £2,500, and it is in the right testing mode. Sadly, not mine, but luckily it is real. We have here a gold maple leaf, and by the way, you can search by coin or by fineness. Earlier I was showing you by fineness. There we go, by the way, nicely in the zone. But I went down a few settings, and you can search here. You can search per coin, and it will show you the same settings, or you can search per fineness of gold, as we did earlier back at the studio. And finally, we've got a double Sovereign X proof here, bit of fun. Chuck it on the gold Sovereign mode, and it is in the green. But no, I think it's a very good machine, actually. I don't know if there's more to be said. Yeah, I think, it's very, very easy to operate. I don't have any platinum, so I can't show you that. We've done all the silver, really. So there we go. That's the machine in action being used, and how one would use it if one was to have it and own it for their stacking journey. Now, a few things, a little disclaimer, because this is in true transparency. What has happened with this little video? Essentially, I have not bought this machine, for clarity. This has been sent to me from the company who supply these, Trusty Metrics. As you see the logo on screen, Trusty Metrics, they have sponsored the video by sending me this machine, and it's being sent back to them, and I've shown it off to you. As you know, there's the discount code BNBS for 4% off for yourself, and we get a little bit of a kickback if you buy it with the link or with their website using that discount code. Now, one thing to say, of course, these machines are not infallible. And of course, if you do buy one, or if you do have one, don't just use that. You would never just do one test, do multiple tests. Use this machine, but also still weigh it. Also still do other tests we have mentioned. Use, calipers, use tissue paper on some pure silver to see if it shines through, all those kind of things. The machines, of course, are not infallible, but they are very, as you've seen, they're a great tool. Again, with this, another thing I would say, if you are someone who buys an ounce of silver here and there, I would say don't buy it. I'm not trying to push the machine on you if you don't need it. If you're buying a few ounces here and there, it's probably not worth it, of silver, that is. If you're someone that buys, 10 ounces of gold a month, you regularly, every week, buy tons and tons of gold, I would hope you already had a machine similar, frankly, because actually one of these machines, this basic one we've seen today, £800, that actually you could buy 3 of them and have change for what is the current price of an ounce of gold. So if you're someone that buys a lot of stuff, if you're someone that buys and sells and does all this kind of thing, it's just so easy to pop it on there and it will zap it and tell you, what it thinks, if it's real or not. So depending on the quantity that you're buying, obviously you have to make the decision for yourself. Do you think it worthwhile to buy one of these machines? And very finally, of course, this is a precious metal testing machine, mainly for bullion people. So if you're someone that buys really high quality numismatic pieces, the fakes, if they are fakes, could be the right metal. So it will only tell you if it's silver or not. That could be a fake. Or if it's a Queen Anne half crown, might be silver, but not from Queen Anne's reign, if you see what I'm saying. So there are other tests needed for more numismatic pieces. Now, Trusty Metrics, fantastic company. You may have seen them. They are sponsored and been part of a Backyard Bullion's channel. Shout out to him. He doesn't need a shout out. You've heard of him. They've partnered with him before as well. Now, Metrics are the UK's exclusive supplier of the Sigma machines, all 3 models, as you see on screen now. The pictures will be flashing up. They have them all. They have a wonderful customer sort of support feedback, as I'm told, and they've, the wonderful company. I've dealt with them for the purposes of this video. They've been nothing but nice and kind, really helpful. They'll answer all your questions as a customer. They really do look after you in my experience. So a great company, great product, and if it's something useful to you, as you've seen what it does and you know what it will do for your own collection and your own stacking and so on and so forth, if that is interesting you, then do head over to trustymetrics.com and you can use our discount code as well to save some money. So there we go, a bit of fun there, testing out my stack. And so luckily for this video, I was a bit nervous because there was not any fakes in my collection. Good news for me. And of course, if you want the same peace of mind, then for all your precious metal needs, trustymetrics.com. There's a link in the top of the comments and a link in the description to the website. Even just have a little browse, see what's going on, have a think. Of course, it is quite a lot. No one's lying to you. It's not a cheap, I'll buy one of those, chuck my coins on it. No, it's a lot of money. Make the decision wisely if this testing apparatus is good for you. But there we go, enough rambling from me at the end. We've seen some lovely silver and gold in the video. And even if you're not interested in buying one, even if you already had one, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing some of these lovely coins. And yeah, there we go. So like I say, enough rambling from me. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe as well. Like I say, all the links in the description. Ask any comments to me as well in the comment section, and I'll answer all I can. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, all the YouTube stuff. See you next time on Bits and Bobs for some definitely real coins to showcase.